Hello and welcome to The Explainer. If you've been feeling like the ground has just been shifting underneath your feet lately, especially when it comes to your finances, your home, or even just driving down your own street, I really want to validate that for you right now, because you are absolutely not alone. Right now, as we navigate through 2026, there are several completely unannounced changes happening in the background of our everyday lives. And unfortunately, these hidden traps are quietly costing seniors significant amounts of money. We are talking about outright fines, we're talking about fundamental rule changes that nobody bothered to explain to the public, and we're dealing with automated systems that are legally allowed to take restrictive action against you before you even know something is wrong. And here's the kicker, none of these come with a friendly warning letter. None of them are mailed to you with a polite explanation of how the new system works. The powers that be just flipped a switch. But today, we are going to shine a massive spotlight on all of it. I am going to walk you through exactly what has changed, who it actually affects, and most importantly, the precise actionable steps you can take right now to fight back and make sure you do not get caught off guard. So let's dive right into this. Okay, let's map out our survival guide for these hidden traps across three major domains of everyday life. First, we'll look at the home and AI inspections. Second, the bank and account freezes. Third, the road and strict new driving laws. And finally, taking back control. Look, before we get into the heavy specifics here, I really need you to keep this one thought in the back of your mind. It is not your fault. Seriously, if you or someone you love finds yourself caught by one of these new penalties, it absolutely does not mean you did anything wrong or careless or irresponsible. The entire system just shifted quietly in the background while we were all busy living our lives. The cost of finding out the hard way is usually measured in hundreds or sometimes even thousands of dollars, but the fact that you didn't know about it, that is a feature of this new system, not a flaw in your behavior. All right, moving to section 1, the home. Drones spying on your roof. So there has been a massive, honestly, kind of sci-fi shift happening literally right over our heads. Think back to the past for a second. If your homeowner's insurance company wanted to evaluate your property, what would happen? Well, a human inspector would drive up to your house, walk up your driveway, and literally knock on your front door to say hello before looking around. Today, that is largely history. There is a very real, very high chance that your insurance company has already inspected your roof, your backyard, and the exterior of your property without you ever having a clue. They do this by flying drones straight over your property or by purchasing highly detailed aerial satellite images from third-party imaging companies. Major household name carriers like State Farm, Allstate, and Farmers are using this approach heavily right now. They typically route this through specialized tech companies, names like Cape Analytics and Nearmap, who provide advanced AI analysis of all this aerial imagery. So, you might be wondering, what exactly is this automated eye in the sky actually looking for? Well, the AI scans these high-resolution images, and it is trained to flag some very specific triggers. It's looking for roofs that appear to be over 15 years old. It's zooming in to find moss growth on your shingles. It's checking for tree branches that are even just touching the roofline or any sort of debris sitting in your yard. When the computer spots these things, it instantly generates an automated report. And that one report can trigger a sudden cancellation notice, a non-renewal letter, or a really harsh demand that you make tens of thousands of dollars in repairs within a tiny window of time, or else you lose your coverage completely. Now think about why this disproportionately affects seniors. If you've lived in your beloved family home for 20 or 30 years, your roof is simply much more likely to be approaching or exceeding that arbitrary 15-year threshold that insurers are suddenly using as a hard line. Now, here is the truly maddening part, the frustrating reality of relying entirely on algorithms. The AI gets things wrong, and I mean regularly. We've seen documented cases where the AI actually flagged standard, everyday solar panels as severe structural roof damage, just totally misread the image. We've seen cases where a little bit of moss on a neighboring property's tree somehow ends up in the wrong person's insurance file. And in at least one highly publicized case down in Texas, an insurer heavily penalized a homeowner using images of a completely different house, literally the wrong address. What has consumer advocates incredibly frustrated right now is that in most states, the insurance company isn't even legally required to show you the images they use to cancel you. There was a homeowner outside Galveston recently who got a sudden demand from State Farm to replace her entire roof or lose her coverage. When she simply asked to see the aerial images they were talking about, they cited a policy stating they have the right to survey and are not required to share those reports. She had literally zero legal recourse to even look at the evidence being used against her. So, knowing all that, the crucial point here is that you must take a proactive stance. You have to take these empowering steps to challenge the AI. First, I want you to contact your homeowner's insurance company directly and ask them point blank, have you conducted any aerial or drone inspections of my property? And if so, what findings were recorded? Get it on the record. Second, if you do receive one of these automated non-renewal notices or a demand for a brand new roof, immediately file a formal complaint with your state's Department of Insurance and request the specific data they used. Make them prove it. Finally, and this is absolutely the most important one, get a human being involved. If you receive a demand letter, hire a local trusted roofer to come out and do an in-person physical inspection. Documented cases across the country show that a real human roofer's report, clearly contradicting a faulty AI analysis, has been highly successful in getting these automated decisions completely reversed. All right, so we've talked about securing the literal roof over your head. But what happens when these unannounced, hidden rules bypass your physical property entirely and target your actual life savings instead? Let's move to Section 2, the bank. Surprise bank account freezes. Now, this specific change catches seniors totally off guard, precisely because when it happens, it literally feels like a scam, or it looks like the bank is doing something completely illegal with your money. But I assure you it is 100% legal. As of January 1st, 2026, over half of U.S. states have enacted what are known as safe harbor laws. Now, what are these? These laws explicitly allow banks, credit unions, and financial institutions to delay a transaction or freeze a disbursement from a senior's account when the institution believes, based on literally any reason they personally consider sufficient, that financial exploitation might be occurring. And the real kicker here? In this legal context, the term senior means absolutely anyone 65 or older. So your bank's automated monitoring system is silently watching your account 24/7, and under these new laws, they have the power to act as the ultimate gatekeeper of your own funds without ever asking for your permission first. And here is the number that is just going to hit you right in the gut: 15. Under current FINRA Rule 2165, a bank can freeze an account or delay a transaction for up to 15 business days. Just stop and really think about that for a second. 15 business days is essentially 3 calendar weeks. 3 weeks without access to your own money. That is already more than enough time to disrupt crucial auto-pay bill payments, bounce your mortgage check, miss time-sensitive medical transactions, and cause just intense, unnecessary financial stress. But wait, it actually gets worse. Back in January 2026, FINRA actually proposed increasing that maximum potential hold period significantly, up to an unbelievable 145 business days in serious cases. Now, that specific proposal is currently under review, but even the current reality of a 15-day hold is completely devastating for a normal person just trying to pay their bills. The practical, everyday effect of this is that innocent, completely normal financial moves are suddenly triggering these massive freezes. If your bank's AI system flags a transaction as unusual, maybe it's a large wire transfer you've never made before, maybe it's a sudden first-time use of an app like Zelle or Venmo to send a birthday gift to a grandchild, or maybe you just made a large cash withdrawal to pay for a contractor, the bank can instantly freeze that transaction. Or worse, they can restrict your entire account while they investigate. You see, the AI system simply does not possess the nuance or common sense to distinguish between a malicious overseas scammer and a completely legitimate check you just wrote to pay for that new roof we were just talking about. To the computer, it's all just a mathematical red flag, and the immediate result is that you are locked out of your own money. But take a breath, because here is exactly how you fix it. There is one highly specific legal thing you can do to prevent this from ruining your month or to resolve it almost instantly if it does happen. You must designate a trusted contact person on every single financial account you own. If you have this contact on file, say an adult child, your attorney, or just a very trusted friend, and the bank's AI flags a transaction, they will call that person first. By having this on file, a highly stressful 15-day financial investigation transforms into a simple 15-minute verification phone call. Without that trusted contact on file, the bank is legally required to complete its own incredibly lengthy internal investigation before releasing a dime of your funds. So the moment this explainer is over, call your bank's customer service number, ask them specifically to add a trusted contact under FINRA Rule 2165, and provide their name, phone number, and their relationship to you. It takes maybe 10 minutes, and I promise you, it is the most protective move you can possibly make for your daily finances. All right, let's look at domain number 3. Section 3, the road. Strict new driving penalties. So you've protected your home from the drones, you've protected your bank account from the algorithms,
But what happens when you pull your car out of the driveway? Now, the move over law is something we all know. It's existed in every state for years. We all know the basic, standard version. If you see a police car with its lights flashing or an ambulance parked on the shoulder, you move over a lane or you slow down. Simple, right? But what many drivers, especially folks who have been driving safely and instinctively for decades, do not know is that this law has radically expanded recently. Over the past couple of years, states have quietly changed the rule to cover any vehicle on the shoulder with its hazard lights on, period. California expanded this on January 1st, 2026. Texas expanded it to include animal control vehicles and parking enforcement. Kansas, New Hampshire, West Virginia, and New York have all implemented versions of this where even just a broken-down civilian car, a regular Honda Civic with its flashing hazard lights on, legally demands the exact same driving response from you as a state trooper.
And you need to understand, these new penalties are absolutely no longer warning first situations. They are aggressive. In California, repeat offenses for failing to move over for these civilian vehicles can result in fines up to $1,000. Under New York's updated 2026 system, a single violation hits you with a $275 fine plus 3 points directly on your license. But here is the highly specific nuance that is catching everyone off guard. Simply knowing you need to slow down is not enough if you don't know exactly how much you are legally required to drop your speed. For example, in Colorado, if you physically cannot move over a lane in a 40-mile-per-hour zone, you are legally required to slow down to 25 miles per hour or below. Michigan requires slowing down at least 10 miles per hour below whatever the posted limit is. A driver who sees a car with hazards, lightly taps their brakes, and drops their speed by maybe 5 miles per hour because they think they're being safe, they are actively breaking the law in these states. And this targets seniors specifically because careful, highly experienced drivers disproportionately choose to travel in the right-hand lane, which happens to be the exact lane right next to the shoulder where all these stopped vehicles are sitting. And that naturally brings us to the rise of automated enforcement cameras, which have just exploded in usage across the country in 2026. These cameras fundamentally alter how everyday driving is policed. They are heavily active in school zones in places like New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. And they're all over highway work zones in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Illinois. The critical defining detail here is that there is no police officer involved whatsoever. The camera simply photographs your license plate as you pass, an algorithm instantly calculates your speed, and a fine is generated and mailed to you weeks after the trip. You don't get pulled over, you don't get a chance to roll down your window and explain to a human officer that the speed limit sign was obscured by a semi-truck. The citation simply arrives in your mailbox demanding payment. This is incredibly relevant for highway work zones where temporary speeds might suddenly drop from 70 miles per hour way down to 45. A driver who is hyper-focused on safe lane positioning through tight construction barriers might not register that sudden numerical drop fast enough before the camera snaps their plate. So here is your practical, bulletproof rule for surviving automated work zones. The very moment you see that very first orange construction sign indicating a reduced speed limit, you must reduce your speed immediately. Do not wait until you see the orange cones. Do not wait until the lanes actually narrow. Drop your speed right then and there. Maintain that exact reduced speed for the entire length of the zone. And absolutely do not accelerate back to highway speeds until your car completely passes the sign that officially reads End Roadwork. These automated cameras are very often strategically positioned right after the reduced limit begins and just before it ends, specifically catching people who slow down just a few seconds too late or speed up just a few seconds too early.
All right, let's wrap this up with Section 4, Taking Back Control, your 2026 action plan.
I know we have covered a ton of ground today, and I know it can feel a bit overwhelming, maybe even a little dystopian, to realize just how much automated machinery is operating quietly in the background of our lives right now, but knowledge really is power. So let's lock in these 4 vital protective takeaways. First, call your homeowner's insurance today and explicitly ask if they have aerial data on your property. If they ever try to cancel you, fight back with a physical human roofer's inspection. Second, protect your entire life savings from a 15-day freeze by taking 10 minutes to add a trusted contact to every single bank account you own. Third, update your mental driving rulebook. From now on, treat every single vehicle with hazard lights on the shoulder exactly like it's a state trooper. Move over or drastically drop your speed. And fourth, beat those automated highway cameras by slowing down the exact second you see the first orange construction sign and holding it there until the roadwork is officially declared over. Which leaves us with this final thought. Think about everything we've discussed. None of these situations involve doing anything obviously wrong or malicious. They catch completely good, everyday people who just didn't know the rules of the game had been changed in the background. But as insurance companies increasingly rely on drones, as banks hand over control to algorithms, and as highways are policed by automated cameras, we really have to ask ourselves, are these automation and AI safety measures truly worth the hidden financial costs and the sudden threats to our daily independence? Now that you know exactly how the 2026 system works, you have the power to protect yourself. Please share this explainer with anyone in your life who owns a home, holds a bank account, or drives a car so they aren't caught off guard either. Thanks so much for joining me on the explainer today. Keep learning, stay vigilant, and I will see you next time.